Hi, what's up everyone and welcome to another Division 2 video. Very soon there's going to be a new Incursion released on the Division 2, and what we know so far is that it's going to be a cleaner Incursion. Cleaners for me mean one thing, and that is fire. So it got me thinking about certain builds we can put together in preparation for this Incursion. And one of the builds was a DPS fire resistant build. I put this together last night on stream. We farmed for it and we tested it out. Here's a quick clip of what it can do taken from stream last night when you are within a fiery environment. Right, I'm going to try and run through this whole room.
Wow.
Extreme heat surge. Sprinkler system detected.
If you can trigger the sprinklers, they should be able to put out the flames.
This could be good, like... I'm gonna...
It opens flanking maneuvers.
I don't know if Maya has any fireproof gear.
It does. There's got to be fire in this Incursion. And fire is no issue for this build. And I can do a lot of damage. I can literally sit in this fire all day. So again, I'm just really theory crafting ahead of time for the Incursion. And to be absolutely honest with you, I did this for Iron Horse and I didn't end up using the build anyway. And the builds we already had were absolutely fine. It's probably going to be exactly the same this time around, but it's fun doing this. And if the Incursion does bring a lot of environmental fire, I can actually see this build doing very, very well. So this is it. And the aim of this build, just so you know, I was looking for two things. The 100% burn resistance, but I was also looking to put out as much damage as I could with high crit chance and high crit damage. And to do that, this is how I built it. Now, the first thing that I put on there was the grenade launcher specialization. The reason for that is because you get 20% burn resistance from it. So I'm already 20% there. And from my watch, being at watch level 1000, I get 10% hazard protection. So before I even start on the build, I'm at 30% burn resistance right away. The weapons on the build don't really matter. I guess with how I've built it, you want to go with an AR. I've got an ACRE. We've got assault rifle damage, health damage, damage target I'll cover with strained on that. Secondary, I've gone with Scorpio, and then the sidearm, I've gone with the card custom. You can run whatever you want, really. If you're going to go with an SMG, though, or something like that, you might want to alter some of these pieces. The mask for the build, you're going to want one piece YOLO. The reason for this is because of the 10% hazard protection that it gives you. Again, that's increasing that burn resistance and general hazard protection. I'm getting the second proc there for weapon damage as well because we're running the Ninja Bike backpack. So this procs an extra brand set bonus or gear set bonus on every piece that you put on. It's very key to this build to hit everything that we wanted to hit. So we're running that on the backpack. The chest piece, I've gone with perfect glass cannon. So the sacrifice, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, critical hit damage mod there. I'm getting a ton of damage from the perfect glass cannon talent. If you don't want to run that though, and maybe when the Incursion comes, I'm not going to run this. I might just switch out to a normal Providence and change the talent to whatever I want. So I could go Unbreakable, Obliterate, or whatever else I want to use there. And again, we're proccing all three of the brand set bonuses here. Again, headshot damage, crit chance, and crit damage on that. The gloves are the second Providence piece that I'm using. Again, all red, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. The knee pads are the Cavalier knee pads. So for two pieces of this, is giving me 30% hazard protection. Very key to the build. And I've got crit hit damage rolled onto them. So I could roll on weapon damage as the core attribute. And then finally, the holster is a Cheska holster to help with the critical hit chance. I get 10% crit chance from the first set bonus. And with the Ninja Bike backpack, again, the 10% hazard protection as well. I do need another roll of hazard protection on the build. So we've rolled hazard protection on these with critical hit damage, and that is all the gear pieces used. And we have a look at the stats, you'll see that I've basically got what I was aiming for. We've got 56.8% critical hit chance and 150.2% critical hit damage. So the build is hitting very hard with glass cannon on it. And if we go over to the defensive stats, I am hitting 80% hazard protection against all hazards. But then because of the burn resistance on the grenade launcher, we're hitting 100% burn resistance. And that's what stops the environmental fire from doing any damage to you whatsoever. The skills I was running on this was a decoy and a revive hive last night, but again, you can go with whatever skills that you want to. The main thing about the build is damage and 100% burn resistance. We tested the build quite a lot on stream last night, and it did hit markers that I wanted it to hit, especially with environmental fire. So if there's like a room with fire in it, you're absolutely fine. You're taking no damage whatsoever. You can shoot barrels. You're absolutely fine. No damage whatsoever. When it comes to cleaners, though, and the actual weapons that they're using, like flamethrowers, the drones they can send at you, the turret that gives you like fiery tar at you, you do take some damage. I think there's some like explosive damage on some of the skills. There's some general weapon damage that you're going to take anyway from like the flamethrowers. So you're not like 100% immune from cleaners fire with this build, which is what I kind of wanted to test. What I would say, though, it does give you a decrease in damage that you take from cleaners. If you do face like a tank with the flamethrower or the normal flamethrower enemies or even the skills, the extra burn damage that they would give you on top of the general damage, you don't take. So you are taking less damage from them. You're just not immune from them. Depending on what lies ahead in the Incursion, this could prove a very good build for it. That's exactly what I'm doing at the minute. I'm just furry crafting some builds based on the fact that it's a cleaner Incursion and there's going to be fire. This is the DPS version of a build I wanted to do, and I quite like it. I'm looking forward to testing it and seeing if it will play a part. I can imagine if you think of like Dragon's Nest from the Division 1, where you had a whole floor of fire that you had to navigate. Anything like that, any mechanic like that in this new Incursion on the Division 2, this build is going to be very good because there's high damage output and you won't need to worry about that. So I'm kind of hoping for that. But other builds I'm thinking about is like a 100% burn resistance tank build with protection from elites and a burn resistant healer build as well. I'd love to hear your ideas. Have you been thinking about the new Incursion coming in a couple of weeks? Any ideas you've had around builds? Drop them down in the comments below. Be interested in reading them while I continue furry crafting some more builds, and I'm really excited for this Incursion as well. Cannot wait for it to drop. That's it for the video today. I just wanted to share this build with you. I think it could be a pretty decent one, could be a completely useless one. I don't know, I guess we'll find out, but thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think of it and any ideas that you have. And until next time, thank you for watching this. Stay safe and peace out.